What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Few, and today we are trying something new. We are trying NFL Sportsbook odds. We're going to get you guys some parlays that are going to win you easy money, and we're not going to mess around with things today. We're going to win you that money. We're going to tell you our 4 locks of the week. We're going to go through all 16 games as well, but the 4 locks that we think should be in every single parlay that we have. The first one, Tampa Bay over Carolina. Yes, Tampa Bay had all the injuries in the world. They just got shut out 0-9 by the Saints. Do not be scared of Tom Brady. What happens every time this happens to Tampa Bay? They come back and they destroy the next team they play.
Oh, 100%. This is just Tom Brady. It's a Tom Brady effect. If he loses anything bad, it's going to, Carolina's horrible. That's a lock, 100%.
Yep. The next one is going to be Chargers over Houston. The Chargers have been pretty good as of recent. Justin Herbert has been a monster as of recent. Houston's not good. They've only beat really bad teams this year. I think that's another pretty simple, straightforward lock, having the Chargers to beat Houston.
Chargers, let's go, baby. Easy money.
And now a couple that are, people could definitely debate. This one definitely. We have Jacksonville over the Jets. Now, hear us out here. Urban Meyer got fired, and everyone thought Jacksonville would come in and win this week because it's like, that running thing where a head coach gets fired and then they win the next week. Well, they didn't do it this last week against Houston. Now, the Jets, on the other hand, in my opinion, are worse than Houston. I think Jacksonville gets it done against the Jets in the run game, and just James Robinson, sorry, I couldn't think of his name. James Robinson gets it done. That's how they're going to beat the Jets this week. I think the Jags are a good play, and they are not the favorites, so that boosts that money line up.
I look at the quarterbacks. I think Trevor Lawrence over Wilson. I think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback. I think they got the better team. For me, it's an easy pick this week. Jags over the Jets. Let's go, baby.
And then the last one we got is the Packers over the Browns. The Browns still are having all these COVID issues. This one could be subject to change if everyone comes back, but as long as they don't have a quarterback, then I am not going to be picking the Browns in any games that they play this year. And then the Packers, on the other hand, you got Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon on that offense. So the Packers, I think, are an easy pick right now. They are just absolute money. Aaron Rodgers back on his MVP tear. Those are our 4 locks of the week. Plug them into your parlays. That should be easy money right there. And now we're going to go through the rest of the 12 games to maybe help you guys get bigger parlays or maybe like other parlays on the side that you're thinking about. The first game, San Francisco. We have them beating the Titans. Mason, what do you think about that one?
San Fran is locked and loaded ever since they came back off of their bye. They had a rough start to the year. They are killing it. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the I do not want to play them if I'm the Titans. They have far more firepower right now. Their defense is playing way better. For me, it's an easy lock. It's going to be a good game, but I do believe San Fran takes the dub in this one.
Not to mention Tennessee's, still decimated at all their skills positions. And the Niners' defense is nothing to laugh at. So I think San Francisco is turning up at the right time. I think they're going to be a playoff team this year. Next game, another controversial take here. We both decided unanimously the Colts are going to beat the Cardinals. Now, hear us out. Yeah, the Cardinals just lost to Detroit, and you can say, oh, they're not going to come back and lose another week. But hold your horses. They are playing against Jonathan Taylor and the red-hot Indianapolis Colts. This team cannot lose anymore right now the way they are playing. Jonathan Taylor is an absolute stud, and he's going to run all over the Cardinals. The Cardinals, their offense looks a little lost without DeAndre Hopkins out there, so I am riding the hot hand here. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts.
Easy. Let's go. Colts, baby.
Next game. As a Bears fan, I want to surprise the world and say that the Seahawks are going to beat the Bears. I don't think I surprised anybody with that take. Russell Wilson has been playing pretty well as of recent, and the Bears defense played pretty well on Monday night against the Vikings and Kirk Cousins, who's been having a pretty solid year, but the Bears offense is so bad.
Horrible.
I don't care how bad the Seahawks defense might be. They are not beating the Seahawks this week. No chance.
They could make it a game. I'm picking Russ in this situation. Russ is going to win that game 100%.
Absolutely. Right. Next game, Falcons over Lions. We had a little bit of a split take on this one, but we ended up choosing the Falcons to win this game. The Lions have been playing a lot of teams well this year and have this kind of a newfound, a heat, I guess you'd say. They've won 2 games recently, so they're on fire. But I think the Falcons, they've won 6 games, not against good teams. They're not a good team either. But they got Matt Ryan, they got Cordell Patterson, they got Kyle Pitts. They have weapons to make things happen. I think the Detroit Lions need to start losing a few more games to get a better pick. I think the Falcons should probably take this game.
Yeah, I'm easy to say with that, but don't underestimate the Lions. They've got nothing to lose other than, I guess, a pick. but they're tough. But Falcons at home should get it done. Okay, pick the Falcons. Let's go. Moving on.
Next game, Bengals and Ravens. We have the Bengals
Another
beating the
tough one.
Ravens. Another tough one, but the Bengals beat the
Tough.
Ravens earlier in the season, and we're not 100% sure if Lamar Jackson will be back to play against the Bengals. So the Bengals beat the Ravens with Lamar. I don't think that the Ravens can beat the Bengals without Lamar, and it's in Cincinnati. Everything's pointing towards the Bengals winning this game in our eyes, so we went with Cincinnati with this pick.
Yeah. Enough said. Moving on.
Moving on to the Rams and the Vikings. We have the Rams beating the Vikings. The Vikings have been up and down all year. They beat the red-hot Chicago Bears last week. I think it's only obvious to give the Rams the nod here. The Rams are a good team. They're better than the Vikings, but the Vikings can play them tough, and you never know. The Vikings could actually come out and surprise people in this game.
The Rams are trying to be the top of the NFC. They need all sit here on out the rest of the season. They better go in and beat the Vikings. So boom, I got Rams.
And now for the next game. This one's going to be a little controversial, I guess, because they've already played once this year. Bills versus Patriots. The Patriots won the first game 14-10, I believe it was. And now we are both saying that the Bills are going to win this game. And our reasoning was it's not going to be 50-mile-per-hour winds, so Josh Allen can't use his arm anymore. Josh Allen's actually going to get to be unleashed against the Patriots this time. Now, the Patriots are still going to play them tough, I believe. Patriots still have a good chance to win this game. However, now that the Bills actually get a chance to play their game against the Patriots, they don't get to play the Patriots game. I think the Bills are going to take this one. I think they're going to even the series up 1-1.
Yeah, easy. I got the Bills too.
Next game, Eagles versus Giants. The Giants are terrible. I'm picking the Eagles. That's all I got to say.
Dude, the Giants are they can't figure out the quarterbacks. They got Mike Glennon. They had to put in Jake Fromm. Saquon is not playing like the normal Saquon. Sterling Shepard just got hurt. He's probably done for the year, I'm guessing. I forget the take on that.
Torn Achilles.
The defense is porous. You can pass all over them. I believe the Eagles will. Easy enough said right there.
All right. Next one, Chiefs versus Steelers. Now, this is kind of an interesting one. I think it's easy to pick the Chiefs here. They're massive favorites, and I think the Steelers have been so up and down all year. I think the Chiefs should just be able to handle that and take the win. However, don't be surprised that the Steelers come out and actually maybe get a win over the Chiefs, because, the Chiefs are already in position to pretty much, lock up a playoff spot. The Steelers, surprising everybody in the world, are fighting for a playoff spot still. So this game means a lot more to the Steelers than it does for the Chiefs, but I am still going to pick the Chiefs just because of that offensive firepower. The Steelers' defense is great, yes, but the Chiefs' defense has also been playing lights out as of recent, and they're playing against Pittsburgh's offense, who is, I would not say, an NFL-level offense at this point.
They are horrible on offense, but Mike Tomlin and that defense, they get things done. I do believe the Steelers will disrupt if Najee Harris can do a couple things, if Ben Roethlisberger can actually get the ball to Deontay Johnson. They might be able to hang in there. Otherwise, I got the Chiefs, but they could make it a game.
All right, down to our last few games. We're going to go Broncos and the Raiders, and we are both agreeing that the Broncos are going to go and win this game. Yeah. They are not the favorite, which surprises me because the Raiders, they are just, they're in shambles. They beat the Browns 16-14. And last I checked, the Browns didn't have a single person on their team playing.
Decimated, dude. They're decimated. The Broncos are such a complete team. They're missing a quarterback, but other than that, they've got pieces on both sides of the ball. Yes. Such a good team as a whole. They've had a rough year. I'm going Broncos over Raiders, guys.
The running back situation there, too. Last I checked, the Raiders' rush defense is one of the absolute bottom feeders in the NFL, and then you got Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon. I think it's just an easy pick to say that the Broncos are going to win that, and if you're going for those parlays that are they're not projected favorites, I think that's a very, very easy take right there to go for. Next game, we're taking the Dallas Cowboys over the Washington football team. We don't know what's going on with Taylor Heineke still, if he's going to be playing next week. We haven't even got to the Tuesday night game, so we don't know if he's even playing this week. Probably not. I think Dallas is going to handle business. Washington is fighting for a playoff spot, technically. That's as of Tuesday. If they don't beat Philly tonight, they're not going to be in the contention anymore, in my opinion. But I say Dallas handles their business here and gets the job done.
They have to. They have to show that they're the powerhouse of that division. They got to go into the playoffs strong. They better take a beat-up Washington football team and get the W. All right, last one. This last one's tough, dude.
Yes, this one is tough, and a lot of you are probably going to disagree with us after they beat Tampa Bay 9-0. We are picking the Dolphins to still beat the Saints.
go.
Why are we picking the Dolphins to beat the Saints? The Saints are the most up and down team in the NFL without a doubt in my mind. They have beat the Patriots, they have beat the Bucks twice, and they have beat the Packers 38-3. But who have they lost to? They've lost to like the Giants and the Falcons. It's just you cannot get it right with this team. So people are thinking the Dolphins aren't that good. They're 7-7, riding a 6-game win streak right now, and that defense is nothing to laugh at. That defense is good. So I think Taysom Hill not being a good quarterback, that the Dolphins defense can get the job done here, and Tua puts a little bit of points on the board, and they're going to take a close win against the Saints.
Let's go. Dolphins, baby. 100%.
Those are our 16-game projections for this week. This is just guaranteed money for you guys. If you're seeing this video, you're welcome. You're winning 8,000. You putting a $1 bet on all these games. That's $8,000 for you. You're welcome, guys. But that's why we're here.
Let's go.
We're just here to win you money.
Big money.
If you guys enjoyed this type of videos, it's the first time we've done any sportsbooks type stuff. Leave a like, comment down below what you think of some of our predictions, and subscribe to the channel. Most of the time we're doing fantasy football stuff, but now that fantasy football season is kind of ending, we're going to go towards sportsbook and daily fantasy sports. We're going to move towards that stuff, help you guys out in that general vicinity. So subscribe to the channel for more of this. We will help you guys out. Any questions, any comments you have, let us know in the comments. We'll talk to you guys about it. We'll hash things out with you guys if you don't agree with us. And that's all I got to say. I'm going to give things over to Mason. He's going to break us out.
Fantasy few out, baby. Let's go win some money.